think that operators have got huge opportunities in the 5G era. So operators have got some strengths. They typically have very widespread geographic coverage. They have a large amount of computing and telecommunications expertise, and they've also got a large number of functionalities and capabilities in their networks. With 5G then, what comes on top of what they already have is ultra reliable low latency communication at the top end, as well as let's say low performance communication at the bottom end with IoT connectivity, and then the whole mobile broadband aspect of enhanced mobile broadband with 5G reduces the data production cost significantly in comparison to 4G. This means that the capabilities that they can expose to enterprises are significantly advanced through lower cost and higher performance. The opportunity therefore for the operators is how to expose that functionality to their enterprise customers, and this would be through appropriate APIs and through appropriate cloud-like functionality in their networks. We've been working with Ocado for a number of years. We have developed for them a radio connectivity system for them to use in their fulfillment centers. There are some requirements that were based on that we developed, such as that it works in unlicensed spectrum and that it had to be a rock-solid system. Obviously they're controlling a large number of robots in their fulfillment centers, and so the connectivity platform had to be ultra reliable. At the time the available technology was 4G, so we had to perform a number of modifications to that to ensure that we had the low latency, the ultra reliable connectivity in the face of interference, and then also deterministic scheduling, so that we could be sure that we were have connectivity with those robots. There are a number of things that operators need to do in order to unlock value. The first is to approach the enterprises proactively with a value proposition which is targeted at what the enterprises are looking for. So this has to be unique not only to the individual industry that the enterprise works in, but also targeted towards that particular enterprise as well. Some things which are common to enterprises are, for example, that they're under extreme competitive pressure and that they need to develop agility and flexibility in order to move with market trends and to cope with that. I think the biggest challenge is that the telecoms community is quite technology focused. In open conferences you might have an enterprise from an industry, automotive industry, and says, I would like to do something, and the answer is almost always network slicing is the answer, or 5G is the answer. So item number one is this, the barrier is this technology focus. There needs to be a shift from technology and product focus over to a market and customer focus, item number one. Item number two, I think all the main components are in place, but there do need to be a few other aspects which are brought into the picture to make the functional components more accessible. So open APIs is one such element which needs to be brought into the mix. An extension of the network edge computing to enable a distributed cloud capability, and then finally, of course, then the approach that operators have hitherto had, treating, let's say, enterprises as bulk purchasers of SIM cards, for example, is not sufficient. I think we need to look at the approach that public cloud providers have taken and how they work with enterprise customers as more of a guiding model for how operators should approach this issue.